Hello everyone, so good news, I have decided to sell some custom heads, but before you all get giddy with excitement, there are some very important points I need to make both for your benefit and mine. As some of you may know, a while back I did a video on how to cast up your own head, which has proved invaluable for me in terms of getting spares. However, in doing so, the molds and casts I make are for personal use only, as it is technically reproducing an official product without license. But as they're only for personal use, and I'm not making a profit on them or reproducing them for sale, there should not be an issue. However, it did make me wonder if there was a way that I could use this to my advantage. So with that in mind, I have decided to make some of my own custom head sculpts for sale. Now, as I said, reproducing official parts would be a problem. However, reproducing customized parts is another matter entirely, because whilst they might use official products as part of their makeup, they are still custom parts and therefore not an official product. For the sake of clarity, however, I will say that this could still be considered a grey area, and so for legal reasons I would just like to state that I am not intending to infringe on any copyright or licensing. And the parts I am selling are customised by me, and the prices they are sold at are set to recoup production costs and also minor profit for time spent actually producing them. Should any official versions of anything I make be produced, then I will cease production of my custom versions. And should I receive notice through the appropriate channels to cease and desist production of my parts, I will be only too happy to comply. I will also not be selling any molds, only the castings. So that's for the benefit of any legal officials, but now I turn to the buyers. This is something which requires care and attention on your part as well as mine. I cannot, nor will I ever, reproduce official, uncustomized parts such as the Anthony Ainley head for sale. Nor am I willing to ever so slightly change the sculpt in order to create a workaround to produce them. If it exists as an official product, I am not reproducing it. End of. The purpose of selling my custom heads is to provide people with things that do not exist as official products and or they do not have the skills to make themselves. I am also only selling the parts that I make. I do not, nor will I ever, take requests or commissions to make specific head sculpts or full custom figures. Now, there is a little bit more legal info to come later, but for now, here are the parts that I will be producing. A hatted version of the 7th Doctor's serious face, a bearded version of Jacoby's War Master, a regenerated War Doctor, the deadly assassin 4th Doctor in the Time Lord Skullcap, the 1st Doctor in the Time Lord Skullcap, the Sim Master with a beard, the Horror of Fang Rock bowler-hatted 4th Doctor, an Alexander McQueen Master, a non-hatted Brigadier, a Terror of the Zygons 4th Doctor, a Herndl 1st Doctor, and the 11th Doctor with a fez from the 50th anniversary. And once I have made / finished the originals and cast them up, I will also be adding the following heads. I may well add more in future, as there are some more that I would like to make, but again I will just say that I am not taking requests or commissions to produce any specific head sculpts. If it's not on a list, I'm not making it. I will post updates on Twitter, Facebook and my community tab on YouTube when something new is available, so be sure to keep up to date with those if you don't want to miss out. But now back to more legal stuff. There are terms and conditions on the sales page, so please familiarise yourself with those, but here are some of the more important things you need to know. Firstly, I will be selling them both painted and unpainted. However, whereas casting is a relatively quick process, casting and painting takes that little bit longer. So obviously there is going to be a difference in production and dispatch times between the two. I'm also selling incomplete casts. These are ones where the cast wasn't fully formed due to bubbles in the resin mixture. These will be very much sold as seen, so it is down to the buyers to make do and mend if they want to get them looking right. I will not be taking any requests or commissions to make incomplete casts whole again. And as this is a random occurrence, there is no guarantee of stock on these. I will simply sell them as and when they occur. Second, to ensure I'm able to meet sales, I will only be selling one of each cast per month. And to ensure everyone gets an equal opportunity to buy, for the foreseeable future, I will be limiting it to one cast type per customer. So for example, you can't buy more than one of the same head, i.e. buying both the painted and unpainted versions, but you're more than welcome to buy one of each different type of head in the same order. Then at the start of the month, I will restock, so anyone who missed out last month has an opportunity to buy again the next month. My reasons for doing this is partly to save on time and production costs for me, but also to ensure that I can get orders out in a timely manner without being swamped by back orders. Which brings me on to there will be no back orders. I cannot guarantee or reserve any parts for anybody for the next month. It is first come, first serve. Thirdly, the casting process is not always perfect, and as such there may be some imperfections in the cast, but any large gaps will be filled in with Milliput, sculpted to the best of my ability to match the rest of the cast, and of course Milliput dries hard, so there won't be any soft parts on the finished cast. And lastly, the parts are not made to be articulated, i.e. they do not have any pegs or peg holes, and as such they will need to be permanently affixed to a figure. This is done for two reasons. One, it makes the casting process easier, and two, because whilst the casts do dry hard, resin is still a very brittle material, and as such, to ensure their structural integrity, casting them as one whole piece is the most suitable option. As such, this does mean that the heads are better used for display purposes rather than play. And a word of caution, whilst it may be possible to alter the casts in order to create a peg hole in them, any alterations made to the casts by the buyer is done so at their own discretion. I will not be held responsible for any breakages to the casts caused by buyer alterations. Now I will be selling these parts on Etsy rather than eBay. However, like eBay, Etsy is free to sign up to and works in exactly the same way in terms of buying things. You can find a link to my shop in the description, and as you watch this video I will either be in the process of uploading the listings of each head or they will already be up. So remember, it's first come, first serve if you don't want to miss out. But that brings to a close another video. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.